We're living
Now,
after midnight right now, huh?
so we should have started 2 minutes ago, and then I should have played in the background 2 minutes to midnight.
Behold the firstborn in the womb.
Moin.
Moin.
Moin. What is upcoming from Death by Stereo? What is new?
Record. The new album.
And your album, and it is called
We're All Dying Just in Time.
We All Dying Just in Time. And correct me if I'm wrong, it will be released very soon on August 7th.
August 7th, yeah.
This will be the 8th full length, and we have one EP. We have a few 7-inches, you know. But yeah, and the new stuff I'm really excited about. I honestly think this is one of our best records we've ever made.
The third video, which was released last week.
Video that is directed by JP.
Ah,
Yeah.
he's becoming a video director.
Yeah,
So-
JP's over here.
Yeah, if it's good, it's directed by me. If it sucks, it's directed by Ephraim.
The one that JP directed that's about to come out, I think is the best music video Death by Stereo's ever made.
It's exciting.
I was saying it's interesting because we have to do the video individual members perform at the time. We didn't perform all together just because the overall feel of the video is almost kind of like a psychological horror movie in a sense. It's kind of dark, like it's dark, and there's a lot of quick cuts and stuff like that.
Okay.
It fits with the mood and the lyrics of the song, which are can be like sarcastic in the sense that like one of the lyrics is like, "The world is great, things are fine," which obviously that is not the case.
And as you described, I shouldn't watch it in the dark because it will scare me.
Built the set basically for the last video that we came out with. If you've seen it, we're all in silhouettes. That was constructed by Robbo in the desert. You can talk about more about that too, Robbo.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's just like a weird idea I had, and then we did it. And my backyard happens to have a lot of the space, so just did it back there. It was just easier, and then we didn't have to deal with like going anywhere and sanitizing anything. It was just like boom, backyard. We get here, handle it, and it was done.
It's not right hardcore. I think you are also going direction metal. You are also going in this direction. I think when we talk about Robbo or JP, they're also playing in metal bands. And when I look at Mike, he's a punk by the adolescence. And Ephraim, I would really like to see you with Manic Hispanics sometimes in Germany on tour.
Oh,
I like it so much. It's really crazy. I like it very much. So,
Thank you.
how would you describe yourself? What kind of music? What style is it?
I think we're a hybrid band. I mean, we grew up in the punk scene, hardcore scene, but we love all types of music. I mean, from thrash music to metal, hardcore punk. I love psychobilly music. We just like a lot of different things, and we like to incorporate all the influences because at the end of the day, it's about playing music that you wish you could hear. Believe in the scene, and it's our scene, and how we grew up. It's what we love. We live and breathe hardcore punk. We want to approach it from a different direction because I think in the old days, when you'd go to a hardcore show, that Minor Threat didn't sound like the Circle Jerks. The Circle Jerks didn't sound like GBH, or GBH didn't sound like Fishbone. And I thought that was what was really unique about the old scene. And I think that's something that we need to keep carrying into the future, that we are all part of the same scene, but we can still retain our individual ideas.
So I'm an 80s metal kid. Only thing
Yeah.
I could divide. I could say, okay, it is hard rock and it's heavy metal, and then I said, okay, there is something like thrash and speed metal, and everything apart it's out of my scope. I can't separate it.
We just love music, and I think we're musicians first. And for as much as we have in common with Suicidal Tendencies, we have that much in common with Faith No More, and that much in common with Bad Religion as well.
I like them very much. I think this album Suffer, it's one of my most liked albums.
Suffer was the record that really changed things, because if you listen to a lot of records of the era, that record, you were like, holy shit, this band has a good recording.
Yeah.
you know, and they really took it into a new sonic direction. And then they started doing those incredible harmonies and backup vocals. And I think that was a big turning point. And that stuff's a big influence on us.
But coming back to your latest album, 2 singles you have released already. One is California Addiction, and the second one is Free Gun with Purchase. I have a problem with this single because, as you know, guns are forbidden in Germany. So how will I receive my gun?
It's a love gun. Love gun. That's a perfect song to bring up, like what Ephraim was saying about bringing up the different stuff. You know, the slide guitar and all that. Like it was kind of just. Ephraim brought it up. He's, oh, dude, we can get the slide guitar in there. Just making the song sound playing for the song and not just being like, oh, we can't do that. Fuck it, throw that shit in there. That's fucking rad.
I don't think I can think of any other Death by Stereo song that's like that. You know, Dan showed up and he had that. He had them. This is like his baby, really, and he had that initial beginning riff that you hear. It's just like, and then you hear Mike. Mike starts putting his, keeping the beat and everything. And it's like, there's no way you can't like part of that.
Where did the California Addiction riff come from, JP?
That was just me in my living room writing a song. I don't know. I just that one kind of came to me, and I laid it down, and I sent it around, and everybody seemed to like it, so we all expanded on it.
Robbo,
Put that shit on you, dude.
Shut up! I'm just getting something to drink.
Typical doing the lyrics in your band. Is it you, Ephraim?
Yeah.
And the songwriting?
Yeah.
All of us. I mean, like somebody might have a riff, don't fully come together until everybody's had their say on it. Robbo spent a lot of time writing his bass, his bass down. And if I ever create any kind of drum line, it always gets sent to Mike with, you can do whatever you want. That's what I hear on the song, and it just, it's never like one person says, this is the song, play it this way, that's how it goes. For me, when it comes to writing, I end up, it varies by day. It's moody, like if I've been listening to nothing but metal for the last, 2 weeks, I might send something to where everybody's like, dude, that's pretty metal,
I think it's really interesting that sometimes JP will bring something that's really metal, and then somebody else will add their part to it, and you'll think this song's going to be really metal, then all of a sudden it's not. It just becomes a hardcore song or a punk song, and then sometimes Dan will bring in something that's really metal and it'll change to punk, or vice versa. We never know where it's going to land, but I think that's what's so cool about it. The songs just become their own songs.
What would have been your plans? I know I wrote with JP that you would have been in Germany about this time.
Hope everyone wears a mask so we can get back to playing shows soon. It really, really sucks that we can't do it out there. Strung Out, we had an East Coast tour with Good Riddance that was announced. Same with a few shows in Japan with Strung Out. Get out there. But
promote the new album.
It's going to get interesting when they start putting it all back together. Obviously, everyone's trying to, and shout out to them definitely and all the promoters for, staying afloat. And I know it's tough times for everybody. So
what do you like most in Germany? Schnitzel or Bratwurst?
We love Germany. Seriously, I've
I think I met first Mike and Ephraim, and you were outside waiting for a Bratwurst. And I have the picture in my brain where Mike was standing there with his short trousers in summer in Germany, 14 degrees and raining. And he asked something like this, is this normal? And I would say, no, normally it's colder in summer. And so this was the start when we met first. Played the second time Reload Festival in Sulingen, in my hometown.
Reload Festival, though, has always been, that's a good time. That's one of our favorites, We appreciate being asked to play that festival a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It was the second time with Madball, yes.
Yeah.
You played Reload Festival 2010 and 2015, and 2015
and you bought us all the...
And was the time also with Madball, and when I brought you this nice Fuck Nazis shirt.
Yep. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
Still got it.
I love that.
When Werner said he was going to have a Guinness, I figured, well, I can't let him have a Guinness at the interview, and I can't have a Jameson, so
Of course.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm having a water.
Well, I can't drink anything.
And I smoked my joint in the car before we did this. My drink of choice is marijuana.
Mike has actually never touched the devil's lettuce. That's all just, it's a front. He's just joking.
He makes marijuana smoothies.
Yeah.
It's all for the vibe, man. It's all for the gram, Werner.
And then I wrote with Mike, and he told me, what is the problem with your air conditioning? Why have no hotel air conditioning in Germany? And it's so hot, and I can't sleep. And I remember when Bad Religion was playing in Hamburg in Docks, they also complained about, we're now playing for 20 years in this venue and it still sucks. 2 songs and I'm totally sweat. What is in Germany? What have you problems with your air conditioning?
Yeah, I sweat a lot. Me and Ephraim both have, we are brothers in sweat in this. Bravo too, but I think me and Ephraim are, you could literally bottle the sweat up and you'd get a liter after every show. It's ridiculous.
I sweat more in the hotels last summer than I did on stage.
America has spoiled us with air conditionings and just about every imagine because, no one wants to be uncomfortable in America. It's $1 million business, Werner. You got to start an air conditioning business.
Yes, I should do. I will become rich. About the global warming, I will become a rich man in Germany. And you should write in your contract for German tour only rooms with air conditioning by Werner.
Oh, yeah.
They kick us out of Europe.
All over Europe.
We'll spread the word of Werner Air.
Yeah.
Yeah, Werner Air. Werner. Yes, that's the name.
Werner.
Werner.
If you can go ahead and provide air conditioning at outdoor festivals, that'd be great. Thank you.
Air conditioned stage at outdoor festivals.
So, Werner, how are things out in Germany right now, considering whatever, every other country is going through? How is that situation right now for you?
You talk about the COVID situation?
Yeah, how is Germany handling it? Is leadership doing good with it? Or
Yes.
What do you...
I think we are in a pretty comfortable situation at present. I think we have a daily cases about 300 to 400.
For the whole country?
For the whole country.
I think that's less than my city.
I worked in shops my whole life. Fucking 12 hours a day with a mask on. Middle of summer, whatever, sweating my ass off like I live. It's a really simple, courteous thing. I mean, besides even, you just put it down to the bare minimum. It's just courteous. Like, risk anybody else. Like, even for our parents. We all wear masks. We all social distance, even with each other. We're all, we all lived in vans together, stuff, right next to each other. But we're still taking precautions. So it's just being, just don't be a fucking dick. Wear the damn mask.
I prefer wearing a mask when I'm in public around people, especially if I'm not feeling well, or I don't know if that person's not feeling well. They're just out and coughing on me or whatever. I mean, it doesn't seem like, it seems more of a common courtesy. And
you see people doing that over there. And, at first realized I thought it was them not wanting to get sick when they're in a big crowd. But then someone educated me on it's when you feel sick, you wear it so you don't give someone else whatever, whether it be a cold or whatever. And it's so common over there. And look at the country of Japan, I think is a standard of better health than America. And they wear them often, have been for a long time.
There will be several clubs who will not survive this situation. This is a really, really scary and frightening situation.
It's going to make it a lot harder to tour because there's no...
Yeah.
We need these venues to connect all the dots from city to city.
Yeah.
And it becomes really expensive to tour without being able to play a show every day. So people are going to have to get more creative like they did in the 90s. There's going to be more squat shows, more independent shows in the back of a restaurant or, at someone's house. Like, they're going to have to get creative and just throw shows in DIY spaces. And I do think it's going to bring us back to basics, which is a great thing. I also think this is going to strengthen the local scene. People are going to support more local bands, which is a great thing.
So I was a little bit afraid when I saw Ephraim sitting in his car. Angry people in the car complaining about their situation, talking about the people take my freedom and communism and all the world is down. And always they're sitting in a car.
But he's not wearing a pair of these with a MAGA hat, so he's okay. He won't start ranting about that stuff.
LA makes you really angry.
That's true. Hopefully, we can 2021 see what happens. But
I would appreciate. I would really like to see you again live in person for a beer, for a talk. I like it very much.
Get those wieners ready, Werner.
I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. Just just trying to deal with it. Get over the cabin fever. I miss playing music. I miss seeing my friends all the time. But I'm ready. I'm ready for it to just be done and everybody to be healthy and safe. So yeah, I get it. Listen to heavy music, get angry, scream along.